Hello, my name is Sackett, and we are playing Fear Not the Night. And I have been grinding Gaia Guardians, folks. We didn't look at the level 2. I did record a bunch of it, but the video wasn't that great. And you can. It's much the same as the other fight. It's just a little bit harder. There are these dice you get. You can get a number of things out of them. The one we were looking for, most importantly, is the Eye of the Fugel. What this does, you know how we got our flight bar with the Fugel crown. It'll use some mana, it'll use some flight bar. Now, with the eye, when our flight bar is empty, we'll keep flying just at a greater cost of mana. It doesn't have a huge range, but it's definitely gonna help us out with building projects and with nether navigation, so that's very nice. The other thing that I was looking for, which I did eventually get, is this Ring of Odin. It'll give you another 10 hearts, but that's not all. We'll get out the, let's see. Yeah, here we go. So, lots of protection from drowning, suffocation, fire, starvation. It's a pretty powerful item that will protect us from most of the things in this pack that are likely to kill us. Now we're still growing and breeding trees. We're at M. See these things, are you gonna breed anything with these? No, it doesn't look like it. There's a lot of this stuff. Now this only takes us to H here. I think that, yeah, there's the monkey puzzle. So there's quite a few more on the list, but we've gotten a lot of them just like doing the breeding. So hopefully we're getting close to done. Here I was getting out my my scaffolding. Yeah, we don't need to live like that anymore. It's no jetpack, but it's pretty good. There we go. We've been given all the wood to the whirly sprig. These are solid. I don't think I have any doubled up. We're getting all the archwood. That's right, because I used it for the floor. So this would be 9 by 9. This would be 81 different types of wood. And so far, with more to go, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another 45. So we're at like 120 some odd different kinds of wood. We will figure out a way to display it all, because I don't know what half of it looks like. Now I've run into a bit of an issue with the shooting mark from Nature's Aura. I think it may be too close to this tree, and it wasn't a problem when it was over there. We could just chop the tree down. This is the ancient tree from Nature's Aura. All these leaves have a certain amount of aura in them, and they can only charge it up so high, and I think the two are interfering with each other. So we could just chop the tree down. But that's no fun. Let's go ahead and see if we can do something that'll cause it to decay. We're just gonna need a little bit of our good old-fashioned infused rock. Now we're gonna make ourselves an aura trove. Now this never works with JAI or NEI or whatever it is we're using, I forget. It doesn't like the NBT data. But you can do it manually, just like this. The trove holds 4 times as much aura as does the cache, and we're gonna fill it up right here. Now you can see the aura trove holds more than the natural altars cache, or whatever you want to call it. The natural altars tank, sure. The trove holds about twice as much, and it's draining. This is draining the aura out of here, and putting it into the trove is as fast as all of this can send it in there. So we should see some rapid decay. Oh, no. Yeah, I think I just saw one disappear. You can see these dark ones. They've already disappeared. They just haven't despawned. There goes another one. Poof. Yeah, we'll get rid of a bunch of these, suck the ore out, because, you know, we did the work, we planted the tree, we made it, we might as well use it. And then we'll chop it down and see if we do any better with our shooting mark. Hey, there we go. And barely nothing left. The rest of that should decay. It's not all the way up yet, and this probably isn't even... Okay, it's fully charged. That's good, that's good. Now, I do want to make another set of tokens. So we'll just come right over here. Fill that up. And see the less trees disappear, or the leaves disappear. Okay, it's good enough. I hate to waste anything. You know how it is. But I bet now, if we shoot an arrow at it, it won't just end up sticking out of it, right? Yeah, okay. So, I want to... Okay, but now it is. Oh, seems fine, seems fine. Okay, it seems fine. Now, this has a limit, as is. It'll only go as high as the gauge goes, but we can take it higher. I'm going to go ahead and make another set of basic and then advanced tokens. I believe the limit of the ancient tree is the amount of ore that's normally in the chunk, or I think there's even like a middle line like up here on the gauge that you can see when it's below it. If all you had was the environmental eye, you might think, and also based on the behavior of these higher tier ore generators, you know, they're all kind of the same tier except for the tree, you would think that the cap for ore in a given area is when the gauge is full. We're going to go ahead and fill it up. There we go, we got an arrow stuck in there. That's as much as it will charge. And it looks like that's all there might be. Well, it's not the case, folks. Ages ago, when we fought the Ender Dragon, some of these Roses of Oblivion spawned. We're going to use it to improve our environmental eye. We're going to need some sky metal and gold leaf, and we're going to need the eye itself, which... Hello. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Well, I wasn't prepared for that. Also, there's no vein miner in this. I've been playing all the Magic Arcana, if you haven't been watching. That has vein miner in it, and it gets me confused. That grew super fast because there's so much ore around. My goodness, where were we? Okay, the environmental... I thought I shrunk. Or got, like, sunk to the floor or something? I was worried. Okay, rose, gold leaf, ingot. Now, the rose itself is also an aura generator. It'll burn up Eyes of Ender and then burn up itself. Maybe we ought to... No, we'll place the sapling just real quick and then hopefully get the gold dust down before it springs up again. Shouldn't take long, huh? But we'll go ahead and bone meal it. I don't want to just stand here. There we go. So this will give us the environmental ocular. It will allow us to see more things, mostly an improved area aura gauge. Come on. Work your magic. Alright, we'll be back. There we go. Now, we can see that it's enough. You see the icon of the, what do you call it? The aura cache. We know that it will charge our trove ore cache out here just by being here. It applies a bone meal effect. That's what the seed means. And I believe that X, that red X is hostile mobs. Hostile mobs won't be spawning around in here. So we can see more, but we can't, like, overcharge it. Except, yes, we can. we're gonna have to make some more Spirits of Calling so I can get some more second tier whatamashasms. And you can see now that we're out of that high aura area, not by much. You can see the things phase out as we were listening to me blabber, and we can see them phase in as we come closer. And it's now several weeks later. I saw all the Magic Arcana was out. I had so much fun with Spellbound on the channel a few years ago. I decided to get that going. Playing a lot with Mind Colonies on it right now, but we're about to get into other stuff. I think we're actually going to get into Nature's Aura on it. So, I don't know, if you've been watching this series, maybe you don't have to watch that one. I'm kidding. Please watch. Please watch. Anyway. That aside. I lost some video because, of course, I did. It always happens. Always happens in this pack because I'm switching. Dang it. Okay, and it's now several weeks later. I got into all the Magic Arcana. That's out. We had a lot of fun with the last one, all the Magic Spellbound, back in 1.16. I couldn't resist getting into it. We've been doing a lot of Mind Colonies, some other stuff. But I did do some stuff in this pack that I had various video problems with, which is a thing that happens a lot in this pack. The reason is that I'm switching between this world and my test world and doing all kinds of things to the game, and OBS gets confused. It gets stuck on some screen from a previous instance of a world that I was in and doesn't record the world that I am in. I always forget to check because we're down to one monitor here. But among other things, I went back and dealt with those illagers that killed us early on. Now, I found out why they had such an easy time. One of the guys had, 100 health, like they do in this, but it also had all kinds of buffs, and it just kept regenerating to full for, I was wailing on the guy for 10 minutes. Just boom, 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 boom. So we're gonna have to look for maybe some kind of incurable wounds enchantment for the sword. The other thing that I did was I got out the Rod of the Terra Firma that we made some episodes ago, and apologies if this is actually included in the video. If it already is, I'll try to cut this out, but we didn't get to actually show it when I made it because of the aforementioned video problems, but with mana on you, that's what it does. It'll, whatever terrain you're at, whatever Y level, you're standing at, it will flatten and or raise the surrounding terrain to that level. We're doing it out here because, and it really only takes away dirt and stone. You can see all these ores that are just kind of hanging out. That's an artifact of the use of the rod. You can see it just happened to that nickel over there. So it's you don't get the blocks. It does fill in caves down below. So, if you've got hostiles in your world normally, unlike us in this pack, you might want to keep that in mind. I'm clearing a big area for the one big weird structure that I want to build, and I'm trying to figure out how it's all going to work, and that is going to involve... Here, we'll raise this up here because we definitely need to. Yeah, it's just going to fill all that in. And we wouldn't, if we had creepy crawlies in this world to worry about, we would not have to worry about them. Well, we'd have to worry about them on the surface. That's the thing, when you fill in the caves, it gets kind of crazy up on the top at night. So there's that. But anyway, that's the rod of the terra firma. What I would like to do now is a little more like decoration of the house. I think we gotta... I like kind of extended a sidewalk out, and I've started to fill in what I think we can use as a kind of approximation of a path with like some mud, and I thought there was some jungle in here. Maybe I haven't put it in yet. Anyway, I'm gonna work on that for a little while, see if we can make the outside of this any nicer. Alright, it took some thinking to figure out where to start. I just popped some compost down. This is slowly gonna turn into that fancy soil, even without the mushrooms and the water. It does have sun. We'll get the soil eventually. I made some of these spruce lattice. They're not hard to make. And you can get a whole list of everything you can put on it. And I wanted to try roses and vines. See how they look. If that, yeah, those actually look pretty good together, don't they? Alright. What else do we have in Beautify? Let's see if we can... Okay, so we have some blinds, which actually might come in handy. Alright, now I believe you place these right on the block, yeah. And then, let's see, hold shift. Right click on block to open or close blind. Well, let's see. We'll just, let's say we fill it up here, right? Oh, okay. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, they're pretty cheap. I like those. I'm back from the creative world where I made some changes to rope. Rope should be rope. If you make some rope, you should be able to do the things that you do with rope. So we got 3 kinds of rope. Now everything that uses rope can use any of the kinds of rope to make the thing. We do have some rope somewhere. We don't have any flower pots. So let's grab some of that. And I would like some of the rope that we could place in the world, I think. That's roped. I think we're looking for this stuff. Yeah, let's see how this works out. I actually want these at the old house. So let's see. Will one of these stick to one of these? It should, right? Yeah. They're different colors, but it's fine. Yeah. I don't mind that a bit. And this one, we'll just go down by 1. Give it a little variation. Stick the peony in there. Yeah, I like those a lot. Those go pretty well together. That's rope from farmers, I think. Yes. Which you can place as a block in the world, and looks pretty good with the hanging flower pot. Okay. Had more video problems, but this time we only missed the crafting of these lamps. It's just a glass bottle and a glowstone dust. Now these, apparently... Oh, that's right, there are whales in this. It's been a while since I've been here. I guess we can fill these with glowstone. And they... Oh, okay. That is really cool. We'll have to see what it's like at night. Now, I've been breeding trees like a madwoman. We now have all the ones that we can breed from the vanilla trees. There are a few we'll have to find in chests in the world. But we got all the way to Zebrano. I have no idea what most of them look like, so we're gonna... There's a place where we can see it all. Gotta do some digging. We're gonna do it under here. So I thought, to help us out, we would make ourselves a terra shatterer. which is an interesting tool. We're going to want it to soak up a ton of mana. You see, right now, it's D rank, right? So, you can see, you just throw it in a mana pool. And the amount that it absorbs determines the rank. These have special abilities. We want at least a rank B, so that when we're using special ability, we'll get a nice big amount of stone cleared. Now, one important point is that the Shatterer doesn't use the mana that it soaks up. That just increases its rank. That's all that mana does. It will use mana from our ring to really do its thing. We'll just watch this thing. We'll almost certainly get it up to C, just with one pool. Maybe to B. We're looking for at least B. Alright, this pool. There we go. Let's see. Okay, we got it up to C. It's almost to B. Alright, we got the thing up to the proper rank. Is this thing on? Let's see here. I don't think this thing is on. We got it up to grade B. So we're gonna want to right click it in the air. Ship right click. There we. Oh, I did it twice. There we go. Now we can do some digging. Very, very nice. Shed a little light on the subject here. Whoops. Am I out of mana? Nope, it just stopped doing for a second. That's pretty cool. Oh, it'll take out dirt too. That's nice. So I just crafted this, so the video was unusable. But Productive Trees adds a sawmill. And we're gonna need it to, or we could use a carpenter from Thermal, which does about the same thing, but it runs on RF. This just runs. We've been using the Witch Hazel woodcutter, but with this, we should be able, let's see, we gotta have some productive trees up here. Yeah, okay, papaya. That'll be fine. All I really want is some sawdust. Okay, so it's not instant. What is this carpentry bench? Time traveling? My goodness. I just wanted to make the book. I couldn't find saplings in the nether, so I thought I'd look it up, but I didn't know I'd be getting into all this. Apparently I'm getting into all this. Alright, there's almost nothing in here. There's the soul tree, though. My goodness. I guess we'll kind of end as we began, with Aura. I'm a little tired of running around this thing and shooting arrows at it, so we're gonna come on down here and get some walls and floor and a ceiling in it. We're gonna make a snowball throwing machine. Alright, that's better. A little small. It's gonna get awkward in here real quick, so I guess we should probably bring all of this up by one, huh? Not really what I wanted to do, but I think it's what we're gonna do. I could have just done all this down one. So we're gonna set up the throwers first. We got a bunch of dispensers. We got the shooting mark. What we are going to want is not for these to be going off all at once. We're gonna want a little bit of delay, and that's why we're gonna use the repeaters. Just that much delay ought to be fine. And then what I hope we can do, I am not a great redstoner, so I might be doing something very stupid here. I think there will be a signal that the repeaters can read. coming through the dispensers. We are about to find out where is the lever. Not what we're looking for. Okay, I've moved the repeaters and I took out one piece of redstone dust, which is probably an important thing to do. You can hear with a single pulse, it works just fine. So I may go back and grab that hourglass we made. Whoops, we're in the wrong spot. And pulsating signal didn't work with this at all. The block of redstone does a great job. So there's that. What was I doing? Anyway, we have this thing. And it seems perfect. Let's see, could we put it right on top here? Oh, we need sand. Alright, I should watch the video so I remember how this stuff works, huh? So every time... Oh, I put 32 sand in there. Let's try it with just one. Alright, we'll slow it down a little bit. Let's see. Perfect. Now, next thing is to set up the pipes by which we're going to deliver the snowballs. Now, for our next trick, we have here a blast chiller, and similar to the gear cast, we have a ball cast. It's just plates and a magma cream. And we got a little bit of power, we got an ender tank, we got a little storage. Let's get rid of this button and see what we can do. Okay, we're getting close here, I think. We're gonna set this to the lava frequency. I'm gonna start piping in. We getting power? We're not getting power. Auto output. There's our problem. Okay, we're getting power. I have some lovely integral components to just increase our speed and our buffers. And all we should need is some water in there to start making the snowballs. Let's see. Yep. Now it's gonna fill this one up. And then it's gonna fill that one up, and then it's gonna fill this one up, and then it's gonna fill that one up, and then we will be off and running. Okay. I put the elevator in an awkward spot, so if I try to jump... Okay, no, we got it. Very good. So, where it was going to teleport us up, but we've now got it going. And all we have to do is come down here and take the sand out. There's probably a way to turn this off with redstone. I'll have to look into it. But for the time being, we've got this thing spitting out aura for us. We'll see how high it'll go. Now, I did get a reasonable start down here. We're just going to have the wood on the one side. This is going to be something else. We're going to have some rails down there that are actually probably going to mirror this as far as it's going to go, because this isn't even half of the different wood types. But this will be a nice visual. So if I'm looking for some specific colors, I can just come down here and easily see nice and big instead of the little icons or whatever. I left this thing running for a little while. Yeah, it's actually starting to top out. That's pretty cool how we're doing down here. Yeah, very cool. It keeps up. Like these, the snowballs, it'll only hold 512 because they only, the drawer down there, which you can probably not really see. There it is. But what we've got The thrower is easy enough to understand, but we've got more power down here. And this is our blast chiller. It's dumping straight into the drawer, which is, sending the snowballs around. Each of these will hold 144, so we are in good shape. It's all keeping up with itself. And I think we're going to call it here. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.